of the week. I meant to sit down and chat Monday and Tuesday, but I had a lot going on, and I also was like, I spent all day yesterday editing my mid-year freakout tag, which I'm very happy with. I feel like it turned out really good because I know it's not like the best video, obviously, in terms of like if I was to compare myself to other people, but for me, I learned how to like use little like sound effects which I'm sorry, I'm proud of. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a reading update, and actually we're gonna do a little bit of a week-long-ish reading vlog just because we're joined by a very special guest. You guys, it's been so cute as I've been learning more about her personality. Like, she is such a foodie. It's so cute. Oh, what? She's also become really talkative. Oh, it's actually so funny. She like talks to me sometimes. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So I'm here because I started Gideon the Ninth in my last vlog, in the middle of my last vlog. And I didn't expect it to be so good. No, don't eat that. Careful. Let me move this out of the way for her. I have to shake this while I'm talking. I'm trying to keep her entertained in this room because I'm cooking and I have a candle on in the living room. And obviously I want to be like supervising her. And I don't want to turn them off because the cooking I can't, and the candle, I mean I could, but I just turned it on. I started Gideon the Ninth in my last vlog. I finished it yesterday, the day before yesterday. I got so lucky because I had to put a hold on Harrow the Ninth, which is the second book in the series. And I didn't know how long I was gonna have to wait for it to come in. I got so lucky because I got Harrow the Ninth in, look at who's that in that car. I got Harrow the Ninth in from the library, so I actually started it. I think I'm like 17% of the way through, but I've already been having so many reactions that I really wanted to do a reading vlog for that book and also the following one if I get it really quickly. Because actually Nona the Ninth, which is I think the third book in the series, I already have it checked out from the library, so I'm hoping that I finish Harrow the Ninth pretty soon, and then I start the next one. So this is me officially welcoming you to a reading vlog. Welcome to this video. Welcome to the reading vlog. I also forgot to mention that I'm making khoresht karabs. It's an Iranian food because my brother is visiting and I started the meat. I'm gonna let it cook for like a couple hours. It's 3:38 right now and it needs to cook at least for like an hour, 2 hours. I always like get the water to boiling and then I lower the temperature, as you can see here, and then I just let it cook for a little while, and every so often I have to like check on it, make sure that it is not like burning or sticking to the bottom. But I've also prepared everything here. This is parsley, this is celery, and that's the rice because I'm making celery stew essentially. Khoresht karabs literally translates to celery stew. And this is where I'm gonna make the rice. Okay, I also I'm sure you guys saw my other glasses, the blue light glasses I used to wear all the time, but those got really beat up and scratched up because I think I had them for like several years and they were a pretty like cheap pair from Target. So I just got these new ones, came in a pack of 2, and I don't know how I feel about it, but you know what, it does its job. So anyway, I'm about to sit down and organize some of my thoughts for Gideon the Ninth because I want to talk through it with you guys. Literally, I was reading it at like midnight or something like that. Oh yeah, I was literally having so many reactions. I didn't want to forget that I wrote some notes down, so I'm literally just pulling those up. I just also want to warn you guys, this is going to be a spoilery video because I want to talk about like what's happening in the book. So if you haven't read the book yet and you want to, I would skip this vlog or just not watch it, or just watch it once you've read it. But if you're interested in like the plot points and stuff, we're gonna talk about that. Also spoilers for Gideon the Ninth because there are some things that happen in Gideon the Ninth that are like now relevant for Harrow the Ninth. Brief like overview of Gideon the Ninth. When I was first reading it, I knew it was like a fantasy, but that was kind of it. Like I didn't know much more than that, and it was so good. The tone and the voice, like Gideon's POV and just the language being used was so freaking fun. Like it was funny. It was like, it had really good jokes, and like the jokes that were not good were still funny because like they were bad jokes. I don't know, like at a certain point, basically like the main characters go to this like other planet because they're in a like system of I think 9 planets. The first one doesn't have like a population, it's just like a planet with a few people on it, and they have to do these. To me, when I was reading it, I was reminded of like escape rooms. It sounded like there's level 99 in Massachusetts that I went to with a couple of my brothers, and it was kind of like that in my head. Every time they were talking about, oh, we need to like get through this test or whatever, I literally was like, oh, escape room. They do that, blah blah blah. It was so freaking good. The relationship, the main relationship in this book, I was eating it up. Like, this is the enemies to lovers arc that I wanted and I need. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now we're in Harrow the 9th, and I was so confused at the beginning because there's like no mention of Gideon at all, and like they rewrote history basically, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I literally wrote GTFO with the Ortis because who the heck is he didn't even go with her. And then I realized when there was like the letters, I realized that they like brainwashed, like Harrow brainwashed herself. Like she erased her own memories with the help of Ianthe, I don't know how it's called. She like removed her memories, so she doesn't remember. It seems like she doesn't remember Gideon at all, which I was just like, this is so crazy, and it reminded me of Severance. And then this is the other thing that I want to say. I wrote, I need the letters meow because I really want to know what the other 22 letters say, because I think there was a total of like 24, and I really want to know what they say, because Harrow literally like basically wrote these letters to herself, and every single letter has like, in case this happens, in case that happens, when this happens, when that happens. So it's really crazy. It's freaky deaky. The number one thing I want to say about this book is that like it's in second person POV, and I deeply dislike reading books, poems, anything in second person POV because it literally just takes me out of the story. Like, it's like you're doing this, or you get up and you did. I'm like, no, I didn't. So I don't like that. But I wrote this down last night at literally like midnight or whatever. I was like, it's truly a testament to how invested I am that I'm reading a second person POV book, and it's still good. It's still good. Like, it's genuinely so good. We're gonna keep reading. I think I'm at like 17%, so I'll update whenever like things happen and whatever. But I really love these books so far. But the first one was amazing. The second one so far has been really good. I just don't like the second person POV, but I'm still gonna read it because like it's that good. Okay, hello. I just finished re-recording my monthly wrap-up because I lost all the footage, but I also did other exciting things today, so we're gonna talk about them. And mainly we're just gonna do like a little book haul because I went to a bookstore, as you probably saw in the clips. before this. It's really exciting because the bookstore that I found, it's a used bookstore and it's like really close to the Work Spot cafe that I was at earlier today. And so I want to just show you guys what I got. So don't mind my desk. I know I say this in every single video right now, but I'm waiting to get my shelves because I'm taking my time picking them because I can't decide if I want to go with like an open concept thing or if I want to get like bookshelves with glass or like what I want to do. So I'm taking a long time and it's actually bugging me out because I'm just like, should I just pull the trigger on something and just get it, or should I wait and like see if I find anything that I really fall in love with? So anyway, that's my dilemma right now. But let me show you the books I got. These 5 books, I think. I'll go in order that I found them just because I think that's fun. But the first one I got is Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. So this is, first of all, we match, but it's such a pretty copy. And I watched the movie for the very first time, like last year with my friends, and I thought it was so good. And then I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder people like Agatha Christie, but I would really like to read the book at, like itself. And then when I saw this copy, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So there's one. It's all I know. Well, actually I watched the movie, so I kind of know who did it as well, but it is a murder mystery, as I think all or most of her books are. So that's the most spoiler-free summary I can give you. But the movie is really good, so if you don't feel like reading the book, watch the movie. Me trying to struggle to like find a place to put it down because I have no room on my very large desk. Then I found Things I've Been Silent About by Azar Nafisi. So she's the author of the memoir Reading Lolita in Tehran. I just wanted to read it. Like again, we kind of match actually. I just realized, but I wanted to read it because I love reading about different people's experiences of Iran. It actually came up in conversation like recently, so I've been thinking about it more and more. But I grew up kind of thinking that Iran was like specifically one way, and then when I ended up moving to live there, I realized that it was like so much more diverse culturally and like in terms of like the way that people live their lives, that I'm just so interested in like the inner workings of Iranians and their minds and their experiences. So I really enjoyed reading Lolita in Tehran, so I think I'm gonna enjoy this one too, and I really do think she's a strong writer, so I just wanted to read this one, and when I saw it I immediately picked it up. That's the second one. All right, then I picked up A Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man. I actually don't really know anything about this beyond the fact that some of the people that I follow read this recently and suggested it. The problem with me is that I always forget who recommended something, but I recognize the title spoken about, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read that, but then I don't remember why I feel like I need to read that. That's kind of all, like that's where we're at. And I'm pretty sure James Joyce, am I wrong to say that he is an Irish writer? I think he is. I feel like it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Future me, when you're editing this, correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm not, give me a thumbs up. I was right. And then I bought this. I've already read this. I don't know if I own a copy of this one or not, but I love this story and I love the movie, the animated movie. And I actually didn't buy this for myself. I bought this from one of my friends, but I'm not gonna see her for a while. I don't think she watches my videos, so I don't feel like I need to hide the fact that I bought it for her. But yeah, The Little Prince. It's very cute. And there's like little pictures and stuff, like drawings, that I really like and think are super cute. And last but certainly not least, Heart of Darkness. Again, saw someone reading it, saw someone say they really liked it, and put it in my brain at some point that I should pick it up when I see it. It was at a used bookstore, so it was kind of cheap. All of these books were, and so I picked it up. So very exciting, very exciting. By the way, let us acknowledge together that my book buying ban for this year is absolutely dead and gone. Does not exist. I have space now for books. I don't have shelves yet, but like I will have, like I do in the new place, I have space. So I guess I don't need to have a book buying ban. That's kind of it for now. Just wanted to show you guys my little haul, which I'm very happy about. And honestly, if I was going to start one of these immediately, I think I'm going to start with this one. I kind of want to save this one for like fall, winter time. First of all, it looks like a very wintry book, but also like since I watched the movie like a year ago, I'm going to wait for it to be closer to a year before I read it. Even though I don't think I'll ever forget who did it, because I know exactly who did it, and I don't think I ever will forget. But this is my new little stack, and I'm very happy with my selections. I feel like I'm constantly in my hoodie right now. Last few days, or actually the last few videos, honestly, beyond the few days, but it's because I'm home a lot. It is a Friday evening, so we're gonna go crazy on a Friday evening. And basically, I kind of want to do a little bit of a reading sprint. I'm 25% of the way through Harrow the 9th. So here's the update that we've all been waiting for. I'm enjoying it for sure. Here's the thing, and I've already given spoilers, warnings, but I'll give you one more. Please, if you don't want spoilers for Gideon the 9th or Harrow the 9th, both of the books, don't watch. Please. Basically, I feel like for Gideon the 9th, I was reading because I wanted to know what was going to happen like with Gideon and Gideon's escape, but also like her relationship with Harrow and just that whole dynamic. And then also because there was that like added element of the lictorhood and the trials or the challenges, right? With this one, I feel like the only thing that is driving me to read is I want to know what the heck is going on with the whole thing with like Harrow forgetting Gideon and just like completely rewriting history. Because here's the thing, so far we've just been getting Harrow in present tense, second person POV. So that's like the you. Like you get up and do this, you think this to yourself or whatever, which is all like to Harrow. Like I don't know how to explain it, because like when it's saying you, it's obviously saying like what Harrow is doing, but for some reason it's in that perspective. And I have a theory for that, which I'll get to in a second. So we either have those perspectives or we have third person POV perspectives, which from what I'm understanding, and like hopefully I'm getting it, but from what I'm understanding, they're at the first house, and instead of Gideon being with her, it's Ortis, right? Ortis is there, and like he's her cavalier, and like he's involved in this whole thing. It's really bumming me out because I love the first book so much, and like it like makes me so upset thinking that like Ortis is here. Like I hate him, and the only reason I have to hate him is because he's not Gideon. Like there's no valid reason for me to hate him necessarily, but it's really like getting on my nerves because I'm just like, what are you doing here? You were not involved in this. Like I thought we did this already, and I thought we did this with Gideon, and I thought we were getting places with Gideon and Harrow. Okay, they're my ship, by the way. Like I'm obsessed with them. Like, first of all, I love Gideon. I love Gideon as a character, and like her voice and her attitude and her just like sass was my favorite in the first book. So that's why I'm like really missing her. And like I said, like the only thing that's pushing me to keep reading is I just want to know if like Harrow's gonna find out the truth, like present day Harrow. Like if somehow she's gonna come back to herself, or if somehow Gideon's like gonna come back. This is the thing about me, is like if I'm reading a fantasy novel and one of my favorite characters dies, you can bet your butt I'm hoping that they're not actually dead, okay? So that's where I'm at right now. The thing is, like, I think the book wants you to be interested in reading because it teases the emperor slash god slash whatever the heck, John, by the way. Like, what's with the name? But anyways, we'll get to that later. It like teases that he's going to die. So like, you know he's going to die, and when it's like starting a lot of the chapters, it's like 6 months before the emperor's death, like 5 months before the emperor's death, whatever. So I feel like logically in my brain, the writer part of me also is like thinking, oh, are we supposed to be reading because we want to know what happens with the emperor? Like, is that supposed to be what's driving some of the tension? But here's the thing, for me as a reader, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the emperor, and I don't care about the god, and I don't care about any of that. I want to know what's going on with like Harrow and Gideon. I honestly, I don't even care like what's going on with any of the other characters. None of the other characters are interesting to me. There's Mercy Morn, there's Ianthe, there's whatever. But like every single one of the characters that in the first book I was really interested in and like I actually genuinely cared about, they either died or like they died, honestly. Like most of the characters that I cared about died. And then there was Dulcinea, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but there was her and she wasn't even herself. Like she was Cytherea. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know, I just don't like, I'm gonna read it because again, the thing that like the constant thread between both of these books so far has been that the writing has been so good and interesting that the book, even though they're pretty long books, like I didn't notice this until I started recording for the vlog, and I was like, oh my god, the vlog is getting so long / it's taking me so long to read this. And then I realized that like the book is like 500 pages, and then I was like, okay, well it's okay if I don't read it super fast. I don't want to push myself to read it fast either, because like when I'm enjoying a book, I want to enjoy it. And I don't know, I don't think I'm particularly a slow reader, but I do think that like I like to linger in the pages, and like I love to linger with the language. So I can't skim. Like I generally can't, unless it's for like school or something like that, I can't skim. So you will find me like full stopping at a period or like pausing at a comma. And I don't know, I'm sure other people experience this too, but like for me, when I'm reading, even if it's like in my head, obviously, because I'm not reading out loud most of the time, but when I'm reading, like the language is music in my head in addition to the actual like scenes and characters and whatever's going on. So I just like to enjoy it and I don't want to speed through the book. So I'm gonna sit down and read. I actually have like a free evening tonight, like very free evening tonight, so I'm gonna sit down and read for as long as I can. I also this is like not relevant to like this video specifically, but just in general I'll mention it. I don't know why I've been struggling so much both in June and July, and we're in the 1st of August actually, but like the last 2 months I've really been struggling with audiobooks, which sucks so bad because generally I love audiobooks. So please send good vibes for listening to audiobooks. And also, if you have any like audiobooks that you read recently that are enjoyable or were enjoyable for you, please let me know, because I have been struggling focusing with anything. I started Sangu Mandana's new book. I don't remember what the title is. And it's been so interesting so far. I think I'm like 17% of the way through, or like 10% of the way through. I don't remember. I'm a certain amount through, not 20 yet. I'm like close to 20, but definitely not 20. And through no fault of the book itself, I just haven't been able to like push myself to pick it up. Okay, last thing before I start reading, I want to turn off all the lights, and the only thing that's gonna be on is the TV and my Kindle screen, because for some reason I focus the best that way. So goodbye. Okay, not showing myself because I took off my hoodie, but I got to 32% from, I think I was like 20 something. So I did make good progress. This is like the most relaxing video I have ever seen recently. Like it's just been on a loop. I don't even know how long it's been on. Let me check. Damn, I've been listening to it for 2 hours, but I did take a break like 10 minutes ago. I think I was reading for like an hour. I think it's good progress. I'm gonna keep reading for the rest of the night, but I think I might fall asleep. That's why I just wanted to like let you guys know where I'm at. I will link that video below as well in case you guys want to listen to it while you're reading. Thank you to Rosabella for uploading this. Hello. I'm recording in front of people and hoping that this isn't going to be awkward, and also hoping that you can hear me over the sounds. I did not finish Harrow the Ninth yet, but I'm gonna wrap the vlog here because it's getting a little bit long, and also we did do other things like a book haul and whatever together. I will hopefully give you guys like, I think I'm gonna do another like a part 2 to the vlog because I do want to like keep vlogging myself reading Harrow the Ninth, but it's just kind of slowed down the last few days because I am getting like kind of busy with different things. And yeah, so just like a little like final note is that I just found a bookstore and a coffee shop like right next to each other. The coffee shop's so cute. That's where I'm sitting right now. It has an entire like upstairs where you can sit and like work. Something that like I'm planning on making like vlogs about and stuff is just kind of settling into where I am now. I've been struggling getting used to the fact that I am in Texas now just because I've been in New England for so long before this that I just keep missing it, and instead of missing it I want to like find new things to be excited about and like new things to do around Texas and Houston where I am. And so we're gonna start doing that soon. But as for Harrow the Ninth, I did not finish it yet. I think I'm like almost halfway through at this point. The book is really long, so it is taking me a little bit of time to get through it. And I think that like the speed of my reading slash just the amount of my reading is kind of at a standstill right now, but I'm not gonna push myself to read more than like I actually can. So I think that I'm gonna leave you guys here. I tried a cinnamon latte today. That was really, really good. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Goodbye.